I'm good. I'm gonna get started, and hopefully I'm just gonna get through this and we'll see what happens. So since tonight is the last night before the new catalog goes live, I wanted to show you something using this Mountain Air bundle because I really like this bundle. And if you get the stamp and the embossing die, the die that goes in the machine, you get a discount. But it won't be good after tomorrow. They'll still sell both pieces, but they'll sell them separately, and you won't get the discount. But I just wanted to show you how easy this set is to use. So I'm using Smoky Slate tonight, and I have Stampin' Up acrylic block eye. So if you watched the video yesterday at all on YouTube, you'll see that I used some photopolymer stamps, and something I never realized before, I'm not sure why, it's probably been this way for a long time, but they're reversible. So you can flip them over to the other side and get a totally different image using them. Okay, I feel like I'm behind myself because I'm watching me try and do this. So I'm not going to do that. So first I'm going to take this mountain one off of here, and I'm going to turn it over so that I guess the etched side faces my block, and I'm going to put it down this way. And then I'm going to tap it in my Smoky Slate ink. So I'm not going to push hard because that will blur my image, and I just want a nice clean image. And then I'm going to stamp off because I want my image to be kind of light, not real dark. So if I stamp off like that, and then this is going to be the piece that goes on the front of my card. So I'm gonna leave a little bit of space at the top because I want to put some birds in here, which I hadn't done yet on my sample. Okay, so there is our first image of the mountains. And I know it doesn't look super exciting yet, but I think it turns out really great. So now I'm cleaning off my stamp. And I tried to bring the camera a little bit closer tonight so that hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to peel the stamp off, and I'm going to place it down with the other side facing up. And I am going to ink that up again. And remember, you want to press gently, not press hard into your ink. So you're just going to tap along there until you get a nice image. And then we're not going to stamp off this time. We're going to kind of offset our mountains just a little bit. I'm going to move them a little farther down, and I'm going to stamp right here. And see, I feel like that looks really cool already. And I'm going to clean that stamp off. And put that one back. And then next, I'm going to use this one down here. That's the shape of a trees, kind of a forest, and maybe some water down below. And we're going to put that one facing the regular way. We're not going to flip it upside down. And ink it up again by just tapping gently all along that stamp. And then I'm going to try to offset my trees a little bit again, but bring it down a little and stamp here. And I just wanted to show you how quick it is to make a card using this stamp set. It's super quick and easy. And I tried to post this in my Alicia's Stampin' Up Academy, but I don't know why, but it said I didn't have permission to share in that group. So I'm still learning about Facebook and how the groups work. There's definitely a lot of different rules for what you can post and how you can post it and that kind of thing. Okay, so now I'm going to grab these little birds. And I did not come up with this design. I was searching today on Google for the Mountaineer cards, and I found a post with a, hold on, let me tell you what the name of the lady who designed it was. I think I might have shrunk it, so I will have to tell you guys later, but I will put her name in the comments. But I am recording it, so hopefully I can figure out how to do that. So I'm just going to stamp some little birds, and I can stamp them off a little bit. And maybe a few on this side. They're definitely not in a V or anything, because I didn't plan that far ahead. So there are those. And I'm going to clean off my stamp real quick. And then the die cuts out these little clouds. And so I'm going to put a couple of those on there, maybe over here in the middle. But I wanted to get out a little sponge. Let me see if I can find a gray one real quick. I'm just going to cut a new one because I don't remember that I had used the gray one before. Hi, Kathy. By the way, thank you for commenting, because I couldn't tell if anyone could see me or hear me. I can't have the sound on my computer and on my phone in the same room, or I get terrible feedback. Okay, so I'm going to open my ink back up, and I'm going to use a little piece of a sponge, and I'm just going to tap it really gentle because I don't want my clouds to be dark. I'm just going to sponge around the edges of them, and that'll just help them stand out a little bit from the white. Because I'm kind of doing it's not really monotone, but a little bit. So, but I thought I would try the zoom, because then I can get, well, first of all, I can practice with it a little bit and get used to it. And if anyone has questions while I'm working, you could call in and ask them, and I'd be able to answer them. So, because sometimes I can't see everything at once. It's really hard to keep track of comments and whether or not I'm live or if I'm messing things up, which I definitely can do. But I saw this card earlier today and it was so pretty. I really wanted to make one. Okay, so now that's all it took to stamp our images, and they're all ready. And we're going to put our card together. So for this one, the base is basic gray, and it's the standard A2 size. So it would be 5.5 by 8.5, and then you score it at 4.25 on the long side. So I'm going to turn my navy piece of cardstock over, Night of Navy. I'm going to add a little blue to the back. And this piece of Night of Navy is 4 by 5.25. And that's kind of a standard layering size. It's one I use a lot of. In fact, I have a little stash behind me of card bases that are the standard A2 size, and then some layers that are 4 by 5.25. So, and I keep a little stash of white ones too that are 4 by 5.25, because a lot of the time, especially with a dark colored cardstock, I like to put a white piece inside and stamp a little something on it, which I probably will do with this one, but maybe not right now. Okay, and then with this piece, I'm going to, let's see, I'm just going to leave it like it is, and I'm going to put some dimensionals behind it because I think it's going to look just fine. I keep forgetting to look up. I did that on purpose so that when I was talking to you guys, I could look up and you could feel like I'm looking at you and I could feel like I'm looking at you. But then I forget to look up because I'm so used to just looking at what I'm doing. Okay, so what I did right there is I took my scissors and I snipped in between these dimensionals along the edges so that I can use the edge up now that all my center pieces are gone. And then I'll just peel off the back. Today was one of those days where I just had a hard time getting things to work right. It took me forever to set up my camera, and I had to bring my computer back up from downstairs because all of my stamping stuff is still up here. I haven't moved it down yet. Okay, and then I'm going to put my little clouds up here. Oops. It's really hard when all your stuff isn't in the same place. So all my sewing stuff is finally downstairs. And let's see, got sewing and some of my yarn is down there. Some of that is out in my, I call it the Michigan room, but it's just a screened in porch. So, and last summer we had a little trouble with it leaking, but luckily this year that hasn't been the case. And I'm going to set these clouds up a little bit so that they, at least that one, so that it kind of sits off the edge. And then I will add some kind of sentiment to this, and probably some of my favorite little gems. Let's see if I can find them. These are rhinestone basic jewels, and I use these all the time. They add a little something to the card, but not too much, I think. And I will put a few of these on there. And I can just take them with my take a pick tool. And I think I'll put them down here, just along the edge. I was able to pick up some plants today from my friend Rachel, who's been starting seeds, and she did a really great job. So I'm excited to get those in the ground, but I'm not sure yet exactly where I'm going to put them. I have one of my raised beds started, but I still need to get dirt for the other two. So I'll have 3 total. And I never got them in last year, and I was really disappointed about that. Hopefully this year will be better. Okay, and then, so there is my card. And you could do this with all different colors. I just thought this was a great set. And if anybody was interested in it, I would show you tonight before you can't order it and get the discount. So again, this is the Mountain Air stamp set, and the dies are called Majestic Mountain dies. And there are the mountains and then a tree outline, and then 2 really cool kind of outlines of trees and the little cloud. I love this little cloud, and I probably will use it a lot more often. And there is a moon. You can use this moon stamp or the sun. I really like both of those. And then there's a teeny cloud. I didn't see that teeny cloud. Oh, that's not a, well, it could be a cloud. That's the other side of the birds. See, there's a lot of potential with this stamp set, and I hadn't realized that you could use the reverse side of the photopolymer stamps to get a different image. So I hope that now that you know that, and now that I know that, we can take advantage of it and kind of step up our cards a little bit. That makes stamping a lot easier. And every time we learn a trick, it makes it more fun, right? So I just wanted to log on tonight and show you guys that. And I hope you liked it. I will save this video and I will post it on my YouTube channel in case you ever want to go back and watch it again. Or if you want to share it with a friend, that would be super awesome too. Make sure that you are subscribed over there to the channel. And remember that on Friday night, I'm going to be having that new catalog launch party. It'll be right here on Facebook, so I hope you can join me. And I'm so glad that we got to stamp together tonight. I hope you're having a great evening. I will see you all again soon. Bye.